Hi, welcome to the video. Today, GM stock tops $50 on its way to another record. So why did General Motors stock jump 5%? And over the past week, it's actually been on quite the tear. Shares of General Motors jumped 5.3% as of 12:10 p.m. EST on Thursday in response to a bullish note from analysts at Argus Research. Argus upgraded GM shares from hold to buy this morning and assigned the automaker a $56 price target. Today, we are going to go over 5 reasons why General Motors shares are trading at an all-time high. For those that are short on time or just want my take on the whole situation, I am actually fairly impressed at what General Motors is doing. They are releasing a lot of high concept vehicles, including even flying vehicles, and it might seem ridiculous, but I think this level of ridiculousness is what it's going to take to compete with the Teslas of the world. General Motors is definitely very behind, but with these big leaps of faith and these big ideas, I think they have a chance of finding their foothold. Now let's take a look at this article from CNBC. Here are the 5 reasons the shares are taking off this week. Number 1 is EVs. As Wall Street bets on which electric vehicle startup will become the next Tesla, GM has poured billions into EVs and plans to deliver 30 new models globally by 2025. It's part of GM's $27 billion investment in electric and autonomous vehicles through then. At CES, which is being streamed online this year, GM released new details on upcoming EVs specifically for its luxury Cadillac brand. You can see Michael Simcoe here, Vice President of GM Global Design, and he's previewing the upcoming EVs from the automaker on January 12th for the CES Technology Conference. I like the look. It's very sleek, very Apple-y. One of the highlights was a sedan called the Cadillac Celestiq. Very Cirque du Soleil type of naming convention, but this is expected to be the new flagship vehicle for the automaker, featuring a personalized zone for each passenger, and also a new glass roof made of smart glass that allows each occupant to set their own transparency levels. This was the first initiative that they announced, their $27 billion investment. It's all great. I personally don't think $27 billion is enough, but it's a really good start, and they are being very, very ambitious with a lot of different EVs coming up. Number 2, this is a little bit lesser known, but I think could be even more vital than their regular EV business because the competition isn't quite as intense, and that's BrightDrop, which is a new electric delivery van that's part of their EV commercial vehicle and logistics business. And they have a full portfolio of electric products, not just vehicles, according to the executives. This is a completely new business from GM, and they are trying to redesign and reimagine commercial delivery. Quote, BrightDrop provides an ecosystem of smart, connected products, including electric vehicles and software-enabled services, offering commercial delivery companies a platform for sustainable growth. This commercial market is going to be a major growth area for EVs and for GM. Other startup automakers such as Amazon's Rivian, as well as Ford Motor and Daimler, have also announced plans to enter the segment. GM's also releasing a van called the EV600, which will be the second product. 500 vans will go to FedEx beginning later this year. This third thing was really cool, but this is the least likely to happen or make a big impact in my opinion, just because this is just a rendering right now, and it's flying cars and electric air taxi concept. Vertical takeoff and landing, or EVTOL, eVTOL for short, I believe, and this is for its Cadillac brand. This vehicle supposedly will fly autonomously and without a pilot. It can hold 1 passenger and travel roughly 56 miles per hour between rooftops and other urban destinations, according to the company. I like the look of this personal transport copter. This car, on the other hand, looks like a Lego block. Not quite as cool. I like that they're pushing this out. This makes me feel like GM is throwing everything they can against the wall and seeing whatever sticks, and it feels a little bit messy because they are just pumping out CGI renderings of this stuff and telling us that they are going to do all these amazing things, but we don't actually know in reality if they're going to be able to execute on these concepts. But it's a cool idea. The number 4 reason why General Motors is doing a lot better is GM's Ultim next generation battery system that will underpin its future EVs beginning later this year with the GMC Hummer EV pickup, followed by the BrightDrop van. The Ultim battery cell is a flat rectangular pouch that was designed by GM and is being produced through a joint venture with LG Chem. The The cells go into modules that then jointly power the vehicle inside the vehicle's base or platform. The Ultium cells produce 60% more energy capacity than GM's current battery cells, allowing for greater range with fewer cells, which also lowers cost. The end result is a battery that will produce up to 450 miles of range on a single charge at nearly 40% less cost and 25% less weight than its current electric batteries, according to GM. It can also be stacked vertically or horizontally. There's a lot of flexibility in how you position these batteries. It'll be in all their future cars, and we'll see how it performs when it comes out. Finally, we have autonomous vehicles. GM is also investing billions into autonomous vehicles, which many people believe will be the future. That's going to decide who's going to be the king automaker to rule them all. The main news from CES, GM, was a self-driving concept vehicle for Cadillac. It features a luxurious interior that the company said includes hand signal controls and biometric sensors to monitor vital signs to adjust temperature, humidity, lighting, ambient noise, and even aromatics. This might seem very extra, but again, I think the key point is that they completely differentiate themselves from Tesla. They probably are going to have a hard time competing with them on pure autonomy or even battery technology. But if they position themselves as a superior or more luxurious product, then they have a chance of, finding a new market. And even these toys, I don't know if they're all going to hit. Who really cares about ambient noises or aromatics? That seems not necessary. But if a small population like it, that could turn out to be the decision point when they're deciding between two autonomous cars with similar specs. Maybe they want it to smell nicer. It's possible. The automaker also has a Super Cruise hands-free driving system, which has actually been rated quite well, and they're reconfirming the plan to offer the technology on 22 vehicles by 2023. But yeah, that's basically it. With everything in the pipeline, with all of these exciting things coming out, this is why GM is, I think rightfully so, their stock is responding. My main concern is that everything sounds good. Now it's all up to the execution. GM is a company that I'm confident will be able to deliver some very solid cars. The problem is soon cars that are good enough or marginally better won't be able to compete. I think GM is trying to aggressively put out new ideas that ultimately force us to keep GM accountable and pushing them forward and seeing what resonates with the audience. It's almost too much, but I don't know what else they can do at this point. If they were to put all of their eggs in one basket, I think there's a high chance of failure. That one basket being, let's say, just an electric sedan or the electric Hummer. They know that any one of their new lines are going to have trouble competing. But if they release 30 or 40 new cars and a flying car, then something might stick. Props to GM. I think they're doing the best they can, and I wish them the best of luck. But let me know what you think. What do you think about General Motors' initiatives? Do you think they are a company worth investing in now? And ultimately, will they be able to compete with Tesla? That's the ultimate question. This is Green Knight Trading, or Squires Become Knights. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you